Well, welcome to your practice, your presence, your space, your place, all of that good stuff. And that you carve out time to be quiet, to be with yourself is a great gift. And this evolution of practice, never perfect, always practice. So let's start with our hands up, palms open. And as you inhale, maybe lengthen, maybe lift your shoulders up, take them back and down your back as you exhale. Bow your chin, close your eyes. And then let's take the thumb and just touch the pad of the thumb to the nail of the middle finger. Gently extend the three fingers, not bound. And feel yourself here taking the seat of the yogi. The one who has come to the mat to simply be, to feel and experience, acknowledge, invite in and release. Feel your breath moving your body gently. And then tapping into the energy below you. As you press your sit bones into the earth, rise up through the crown of your head, acknowledging the energy above you. Stay here, take a nice full inhale. And on your exhalation, release the mudra, join the palms together in front of your heart, bow your chin with deep reverence for your own presence in your own practice. Honor myself, I honor my practice. Take one more full breath in, maybe hold it at the top for a moment or two. Release it fully. And we'll chant Om together 3 times. Inhale. Om. Now on your chin, release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin, and open your eyes. Okay. That's one quick thing about Om, because as I'm doing that, I'm reminded, my dad, 85, doing physio, and that's what she has him do, is to Om. And there's so much that happens when we create those vibrations inside. The other thing that's always interesting is to notice your Om at the end of practice and how different it is. Okay, we're going to keep soft for the opening of class and open into a pseudo Savasana. So grab your bolster, guys, and a blanket. And we're just going to, I'm going to just place the bolster flat, but if you like to put blocks underneath it, go ahead and do that. And then I'll take a blanket for the head, and I'm actually just going to roll it. So I'll just open it this size and give it a little, just a very loose roll, so I can play with it if I need to. We'll just put that down. And some of you might even go in half to make this a little bigger if you need that. So, and then we'll just lie down. We're going to go into Baddha Konasana too. So you might grab your 2 blocks or a blanket, but we'll start with the knees bent, feet on the floor, and we'll just sit behind this bolster. If you have back issues, you'll put the bolster further away so it goes maybe bottom of the ribs. And if you're okay to take it right into the small of your back, lie down, and then support your head. So you feel that the forehead is a little higher than the chin. Okay. We're just going to slip these blocks just away a little bit. And we'll heel toe the feet and bring the knees together into what's called basic resting position. Your arms can go out to the side or they can rest on your body if you prefer. And it's really dropping in here. This is one of those glorious poses on days where you're maybe feeling a little out of sorts. We're opening the belly, we open the heart, we open the lungs. Let your little wings take a rest. Okay, so in this basic resting pose, with the knees together, feet as wide as is comfortable. It starts to drop in maybe from the knee part, the part where your knees are touching. Just imagine them drop all the way down through the inner thighs into the pelvic floor, the groins. Just melting yourself here as much as you can for the next few breaths. And maybe staying for one more full breath in and full breath out. And then we're just going to move to a very gentle windshield wiper. So separate the knees, just rocking your knees side to side. Doesn't need to go all the way to the floor, just releasing your back area and creating some space in the inner hips. So just do a few more. And then from here, friends, you'll bring your knees up and heel toe your feet together. We'll move into Baddha Konasana. So here's where you might grab your blocks to support your thighs. I always like to kind of angle the blocks a little bit so that the base of the block is really supporting the outside of the thigh. But you play around a little bit. Some people like to put the blocks flat and put them right up at the hip crease, like right up at the outer hip crease. So you can play and see. And then once you're settled into Baddha Konasana, we're just going to drop in here for the next few moments. Simply be. Softening your third eye, your two eyes. And softening the jaw. And releasing any tension in the face. We open the pelvic floor a little bit more. And as you start to settle and connect to the flow of your breath, just observing where the breath is opening and where it's releasing. You bring a little smile in. The smile will soften the eyes, the temples, and assist the body in relaxing. Okay, so we're here for our final few breaths. Feel that with every exhale, you can really relax deeply into your pelvic floor. And just before we move out of this now, as you spend some time relaxing and dropping in, I want you to feel that the breath that's being received probably in the lower abdomen. The inhale expands you like maybe a lake. And the exhale is just that gentle relaxing of the lake into softness, stillness. Home of the second chakra, your water chakra. in the lower belly area. Let's take one more full breath in. The full breath out. And then just take your props or your blocks out from underneath the thighs. You set them aside and you'll bring the feet to the floor and the knees up. And then just walk your feet into, a place where you feel you can lift your hips. The arms can come down, palms down, wherever you need those to be. Anchor the shoulders down to the floor, even though they're supported and not. Just anchor them into the bolster. Draw your belly in. And then inhale, press the feet down, lift your hips up. And they don't need to go super high. They can, but they might just go a little bit. Now soften your glutes as best as you can. Just say, oh, can I keep the feet anchored and drop into the glutes? If your palms are facing down, you turn them up. Just this great surrendering. Notice the pressure in the soles of the feet. Is one foot taking more than the other? Drop the glutes. Drop your jaw, drop the glutes. Inhale. And exhale, lower yourself all the way down. And once you come down, we'll just heel toe the feet wide, come back to windshield wiper. A few rounds here. Okay, and we'll let the knees go all the way to one side. Roll yourself off your bolster. Press yourself up to sitting. And then we'll just take the prop out you have using a blanket. I'm going to turn the bolster lengthwise. Is this lengthwise? Or is horizontally? You're going to turn your bolster the other way. And then your bolster, you might want your blanket for underneath your head. We're going to lie over the bolster again. So you see if you like that. And then just like we do with the blanket roll, but this time we're going to use the bolster. So you might keep your elbows on the bolster if you have some shoulder stuff, or they come over. I'm just really getting into this lift of the chest. So head supported or not, yogi's choice, hips supported or not. I'm going to stretch the legs long. That's also optional. Good. And then once you're here, whatever here is, again, just really be where you are. Now we're inviting the breath into the upper chest a little more deeply. Just focusing on the expansion very slowly through the sides of the ribs, the front of the ribs, and eventually moving into the back of the ribs. It's really being with the flow of your breath and the little energetic action you can offer from the inside. Just to expand yourself a little more. Okay? And then once you've got all that happening, come back to the softening of the face. If you're not sure how to do that, one smile. Smile is the quickest way in. Just here for another few breaths. I'm going to take my arms and just extend them over my head just to really get a little longer. That's no good. Don't, put your arms where we need to. It's really deepening and lengthening just through the breath. Inviting in space. Okay. Do 2 more breaths, friends. So expand it. Maybe hold the breath at the top for a moment before you completely release. The last one. Full inhale. Hold it and release it. So from here, I'm going to bend just the left leg and just roll yourself over to the right. So we're lying on the bolster. Okay, so once I get here, this is nice. This could be really nice. Maybe this is where we're going. We're just going to extend over. I'm going to swap out bolster for block. That's again yogi's choice. It makes things more intense. So you can stay on the bolster or just take it out and come onto your block. I do angle the block, get it right underneath the underarm. Okay, if you're on the bolster, maybe arms are already over your head. If you're on the block, you might need a few more moments just to settle yourself here. Maybe close your eyes. Oh yeah, guys, that's it. So block is just firmer, but the bolster is you're still getting this opening. See if you can let the left side of the body open a little more. I'm on the block, the left arm is going to bend. It's not going to go straight out. You do whatever works. And take one more breath. Okay, release. And just roll back onto your back. If you use the block, I'm just going to put the block on its lowest height and just lay over it. If you're on the bolster, you're all good. So I just put the block lowest height underneath the shoulder blades, back out into this lying down. Bolster still great, all good. And just take a few moments, feel the two sides. And then maybe you come over through windshield wiper. So you can rock your knees side to side a few times. And then let them come over to the left side. And then press yourself up. I'm just going to switch. And again, bolster or block, either one, just to get into the side here where things get really sticky. Yes. And then, take your time. If you're on block, you can really take your time. Oh, I have a ball here. How lucky. Work the head. Come in. So you close your eyes. Release the jaw. Yes, that's it, guys. I love it. I say I love it. I can see some of you, and we're all doing something a little bit different. That's exactly what should be happening. Nice breathing. Two more breaths here. And then we'll just come back to lie on the back again. So however you're doing that, block, bolster, all good. Just moving the breath, creating new shapes. One more breath. Okay, and then we'll come up to sitting. So you can roll to the side or just come on up. Let's take the props out of the way. And you might still want something underneath your head. We're coming back to lie down. Yeah, so whatever you like here. Just have space to stretch your legs out. And we'll just pause. Just receive that feeling of grounding in the back of the heart. It's like, what's in your toolbox on days where you feel ungrounded? You throw these little things in and ground yourself. Okay, let's stretch the arms over the head. Let's do this, guys. As you stretch your arms over your head, take your thumb pads and press them together. Just notice which thumb is on top. And as you extend the arms overhead, you stretch the fingers, you pull the thumbs apart, bring the shoulders down a little bit, stretch through your legs, and then just change the grip of the thumbs. So the opposite thumb is on the bottom now, press them against each other, stretch your fingers, inhale. As you exhale, bring the right knee into your chest, interlace your fingers. If you need a strap or you need to hold behind the thigh, do that. Good. I'm really going to press through the left foot, left heel, and rock this right knee in and out. And then just hug the knee in. Let's take a nice full breath in. And as you breathe out, just change legs. Change the interlace, bring the left knee in, extend through the right foot, even spread the right toes, and rock the left knee in and out. I say spread the right toes, but you know I'm spreading the left toes too. Yes. And then just hug this knee in as much as you can. Inhale. And as you exhale, switch. Good. Rock it in and out. Nice, beautiful breathing. Spread your toes. Your next inhale, hug this right knee into your chest. Exhale, switch. Change the interlace. Good. That's it. Okay, as you inhale, hug this in. As you exhale, we're going to extend. I'm going to keep the interlace of the fingers, flip the palms, take the arms over your head, extend the legs. Stretch yourself so big. Now I'm going to bring both knees into the chest. Hands are coming up and over. I'm just going to interlace the fingers over the knees. You hug the knees in, rock in and out. And separate your hands, right hand to right shin, left hand to left shin or left knee. Open your knees apart and pull them in towards your shoulders. So you're not doing happy baby, you're just happy baby-ish. And your hands might move down your shin, just hug in. And release, just rock them in and out. Good. Okay. Good. Take your arms down by your sides. We're going to move into egg beater. You're just going to find your little egg beater here, whatever way works. Okay, so we're moving the knees, you're moving the hips. Find your egg beater. And then once you found it, you're going to change direction. Yes. Good. Okay. Let's change direction one time again. And then again. And now we're going to change this egg beater slightly. So maybe hug your knees into your chest. Good. Okay. Now open the knees apart. Take your hands to the floor. Let's take the legs up a little bit. Keep your knees bent. And we're going to egg beat, but just moving at the knee joint. So you're going to try really hard. So this might be like an activity in brain gym. How can I just move at the knee as much as I can? The hips are going to move a little bit, but I'm not letting them guide this. It's about the knees. Spread your toes if you can. Good. And then change direction. Yeah, so you're just doing your best. And then change direction. Just really rotating at the knee joint as much as we can. And then change direction. Good. And then bring the knees into your chest. You're going to lift the head and chest up. Squeeze yourself, make yourself so tiny, so tiny. Drop the shoulders. One more breath. And then extend yourself all the way. Flip the palms, take the arms over the head, extend your legs. And you don't have to be so dynamic here. You can just let the shape do the work. Good. Okay, inhale. Bring the right knee into your chest, hug it in. Keep the right knee where it is, bend the left leg. Okay, we're going to move into twist. I'm going to cross the right knee over the left knee. So you see how this is for you. Then you're going to press the left foot into the floor, lift your hips, shift the hips to the right, put them down, open your arms out to the side, and drop your knees over to the left. And I know you have your bolster nearby, you have your block, whatever you need, you can always put that underneath. And if crossing the legs is too much, then just release it. Otherwise, we're here for just a few breaths. And close your eyes. Okay, one last breath in. Breathe out and take the knees back up. And you're going to separate and find ankle over knee. So you can adjust your hips again. We have right ankle over left knee. Bring the left thigh in, find your thread the needle. Okay, let's try and keep that left the ankle and knee kind of in line with each other. Flex your feet a little bit, spread your toes. Use your right elbow, friends, to open that right thigh. See if you can push the right thigh away at the same time as you hug the left thigh towards you. And I can bring this left thigh right into my belly if I let the tailbone lift. I'm going to keep the tailbone on the floor. And as I push the left thigh into the hands, I'm pulling back. Okay, breathe here. Okay, we're going to stretch the left leg up to the sky. You can bring that tailbone back down to the floor. So you push the left thigh into the hand. You'll add your left foot in some way. Soften your shoulders, your face. Then I'm going to release the hands and take them up and over. Find this leg. Now you bring it in. The tailbone has to lift. Okay, lift your head and chest and pull this leg in if that works for you. Doesn't need to be more than just hello. That's it. Okay, release everything. Feet to the floor. Good. Maybe arms over your head. You can interlace or opposite interlace the fingers, stretch the legs out. You don't have to be so dynamic. You can just be here, let the breath traverse its way up through your open body. Good. We'll inhale. As you exhale, left knee in, hug it in. Bend the right leg, right foot to the floor. And we're going to cross left knee right over the right knee. If you used a prop, put it on the right side now. Okay, arms out to the side or down by your side, whatever you need. Push the right foot down, lift the hips. Shift your hips to the left, and then drop your knees to the right. Turn your head. If there's some discomfort, you go, oh, I see you, I feel you. What a great opportunity I have here to offer you breath and space. And I say all that because this side is tighter for me. So that's what's happening. Good. Okay, 2 more breaths here. Okay, bring it up, and as it comes up, readjust your hips, ankle over knee, and then thread the needle. And so you change the interlace of the fingers behind the center of the right thigh. Find ankle and knee in alignment. Then you push right thigh into hands, and hands pull back. Feel your shoulders draw down towards the floor. Good. Now use your left elbow maybe to press into the left thigh, if that makes sense for you in this shape. Beautiful breathing. Feel the tailbone dropping or anchoring towards the floor. And that might not happen for you. That's, it all depends on how open you are in this shape. Okay, we'll extend the right leg up. Look at your foot and spread your toes. Press the tailbone towards the floor, thigh into the hands. And here we go, guys. Now we can bring that leg in, take the hands up and over. And then lift your head and chest, pull this leg in, tailbone lifts. You can even soften your glutes a little bit, a little baby bit. Good. And then release. Again, I'm just going to take the arms over the head. No interlace this time. Extend your legs. Breathe. Good. Okay. Take your heels to the floor. Press them down. Your knees might lift up a little bit. That's okay. Spread your toes. I'm coming up through the crypt. I'm going to draw the belly down. Take the arms up to the sky. And then inhale, lift your head, lift your arms, lift your belly. Oh. And if it doesn't happen, doesn't matter. Who cares? Keep trying, keep trying. Yes, beautiful. That's it, rocking and all that good stuff. Okay, let's take a downward facing dog. I have 2 sleeping dogs, amazing. Take a downward dog. All right, really spread your fingers, guys. Anchor. And take it back. Feel your arms become your legs. So maybe as you inhale, you take the shoulders to your ears and you take them back and down the back, and you feel from the shoulder blades, you can extend right to the heels of the hands. Look at your feet. Good. Press the thighs back. Lift your sit bones up to the sky. Take your belly in. And then press your heels towards the floor. And if you were in class with me the other day, we did all this beautiful leg opening. So your calf might be talking to you today. Good. Take one more breath. Good. Now roll yourself forward into your plank. So you just bring the heels forward, come forward. If you need to put your knees down, do that. I'm going to push the hands down so much. You can see, my hips are not dropping. They're in line with the shoulders. Okay, if you're still in plank and you feel strong, shift the weight to the left hand, take the right hand to your heart for one breath, and then change. Honor my practice, I honor myself. Good. And then lower yourself all the way down to the floor. When you shift forward, come down. However you get here, pause for a moment. Breathe. And we're going to come up to Sphinx. So that's forearms to the floor. Elbows under your shoulders. Spread your fingers and then bring the shoulders back. Extend through your legs. You can draw your belly in a little bit. It's going to drop the tail. And we'll take one more breath as you are. On your exhale, release your jaw, drop your head. And you keep that little bit of a lift in the belly, lift in the chest. Let the jaw drop, the head drop, shoulders move away from the ears. Notice if you're clenching in your glutes, and you might need to keep that to protect your back, but you can let it go. One more breath. Now stay as you are. Feel your hands on the floor, forearms on the floor. Pull the floor towards your body as you start to lift your head. It's going to change the shape a little bit. Good. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Take a breath or two here. Good. We're coming up for Cobra. So let's do the baby bear, mama bear, papa bear. So from here, let's take your hands underneath your shoulders. So little baby cobra. Spread your fingers. Feel your legs, guys. Extend them. Get the tops of the feet on the floor. Feel your toenails even anchoring down. Then lift your belly first. Now the shoulders. Now the head. Now the heart. Now the hands. And you look down. Bring the elbows into the body. If you want to lift your legs, you can do that. Breathe. Keep looking down so we're not stretching the front of the throat so much. Okay, one more breath. And set your hands down first, then everything else. You can wag your little puppy tail. Shake it out. And we're going to come for, I should say, mama cobra. The second version of cobra. So feel your feet, toenails down. Lift your belly. So you draw the belly in, lift the shoulders. Then you come up. And you get to that place where maybe the hands can come off the floor. Then you put them back down and you push into the floor, push the floor away. Come up. You're not going up to your highest. Go to about halfway of whatever you do. Then look at the floor. Breathe. Okay, I'm anchoring the floor with my finger pads. I'm going to pull the floor back. And then lower yourself down. Rock your hips or whatever you need to. And we're going to go for your highest height, whatever that is. Feel the legs extended, toenails down, belly in, shoulders up, anchor the hands, come up wherever you go. Keep the shoulders back, cobra, hood, shoulders back. Push the hands down and away, extend through your legs. If you're good, you come up, maybe even look up, and this time you can let your jaw drop. Good. And then come all the way down and take child's pose. Okay. Beautiful. So you find child's pose, take your time, walk your legs up. Come in slowly, knees wide or knees together. Once you're here, have the arms extended. I'm just walking my hands back, just like a hand length. I'm going to push the floor down and away. Take the belly in, really press your mid back or lower back away from your thighs even. Take one more breath. And now pull the floor towards your body. Get longer through your spine. Even you might wiggle yourself side to side and just get as long as you can as you move into your child's pose. You can support your head or maybe the head drops to the floor, either one. And then we do nothing here but work the breath as we did at the beginning of class. And we just receive that breath. Breathe into any place that the breath is opening. Use your inner experience to extend the breath. Create space. One more breath. And then inhale, bring yourself up to your hands and your knees. Let's take a downward facing dog. So let's walk my hands forward, put the toes under, press yourself up and back. Good. Okay, so from here, guys, I'm going to take that left leg up in the air and I'm going to step it to the outside of the left hand. You do this on your knees. Otherwise, bring your big toes to touch, and as you inhale, lift that left leg up. Press the right thigh back. Look at your right thigh. Press through the left heel. And now step that left foot to the outside of your left hand. You can use the right leg to just, and you power it wherever you get here. Turn your right hand out. Lift the left arm up. Open. Breathe. Press out through the back heel. And take that the left arm and swing it over to the right. Good. Release. Okay, I'm going to drop that right knee down. Here's where things can get really crunchy. So you just be wherever you need to be. I'm going to heel toe that left foot out to the left a little bit. Walk my hands to the right a little bit. Then turn, maybe you look at your right baby toe. Take that left knee, open it to the side a little bit. Good. Come back. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Okay, second side. So bring the big toes to touch. Lift that right leg up, push the left thigh back. Press through the right heel. And then step that right foot to the outside of the right hand. However it gets there. Okay, I'm going to turn the left hand out, lean onto it, reach the right arm up. But I don't just take it up to the sky, I might even wing it out. But I find, and you find, the action and, how can you extend here? What can you open? Good. One more breath. And then we'll take the hand down, lower the knee to the floor. Maybe the right foot wants to walk out more. Be kind. Walk your hands over to the left. And you can turn your head. Open the right knee out a little bit more. So just pushing it out. Okay, come on back. Take it to child's pose. Your version, knees together, knees wide. And one more breath. And coming to sit in Vajrasana. So that's Thunderbolt with the soles of the feet exposed behind you. If it's no good, you just sit cross-legged. Take a few moments here. Just be in this stillness. And one more breath. Okay, I'm gonna move to forward fold from here. So I'll just take the hands down, tuck the little toes under. If you need your blocks, bring them in. Otherwise, we'll separate the feet maybe a little wider than your hips. And just drop into this. Feel your feet. If you need to rock a little bit or you need to move a little bit, do that. And eventually, you're going to settle where you feel the heels, balls of the feet are anchored. Maybe your toes can lift. And then you can grab opposite elbows, and we're just going to hang for 5 breaths. Just going to hang. Good. Okay, release your hands to the floor. Walk your hands back to, I'm going to say downward dog. Big toes to touch. Okay, I'm going to move into pigeon. I'm going to lift the left leg up in the sky. Good. I'm going to bring that left knee maybe to the outside of the left wrist. You know how to find your pigeon. Use your props if you need to put a blanket underneath the right hip. Oh, sorry, left hip. You've got the left leg forward. Okay, I'm walking the right leg back. And then you be here. Maybe you want to rock a little bit and massage that outer hip. If you're already in your full pigeon, that's fine. And then you come down onto your forearms or maybe all the way down, whichever one. Okay, put your mind into your extended leg. And feel if like that right heel is really turning out to the right and the toes are turning in. So you can get the foot to be more in line with the leg. If that's not happening for you, you might tuck the toes under. And then just drop in through the back of your heart. Get all this opening of the chest area. And just feel here this connection. The more you melt the heart space and you let your jaw go, the hips can receive this. One more breath. Okay. So from here, I'm going to come back onto the hands. All right, I'm just going to add this bit of hip strengthening here. And so it's, you think of your left knee and the right heel, and they're going to come together, even though they're not really moving. So I just hug them towards each other and the hips lift, and then I extend them back. So I'm just going to do that a few times. You know, you just hug in, let your hips lift. And if you've got this and you're like, oh, I can do this, I'm going to put the top of the foot down, take my hands off the floor, and just do that a few times. But that can be very intense. So you keep your hands on the floor, it's all fine. Good. And then release. Okay, hands down. Nice. Just pause here if you need to rock a little bit. Okay, I'm going to grab that right foot with my right hand. So that again is optional. You might just bend it and be like, ah, that feels too intense. And then just be wherever you are in pigeon, where you grab that foot. Okay, as I push the foot into the hand, I might even take the left arm up off the air, off the floor. Breathe, reach, and release. Okay, so second side, I'm going to come through downward facing dog. As I come into downward dog, I'm going to lift that left leg up and just give it a little shake. That's it. I'm just going to shake it out. And then I'll put it down and lift the right leg up just to move into pigeon. So I'll start by stretching that right leg away, left thigh away, and then move yourself into pigeon on the right side. Throw your prop in if you're using it. It's dark in my room. Breathe here. Good. Once you're in your pigeon, you might rock a little bit or drop yourself down. Make any adjustments. Okay, so we're going to come into that place where you're aware what your left foot is doing. And you're melting through your heart. I'm on my forearms, but you could have your head right to the floor. your pose. It's really letting go, let the jaw go, the eyes go. Just a few more breaths. Melting as much as you can. Good. Okay, so I'm going to come up on the hands again and do that hip hugging thing. If that's not in your wheelhouse, it's all fine. So you feel right knee, left ankle, hug in, hips lift, and then you extend. So you can do this with your hands on the floor just to kind of get that feeling in your belly, everything. Or come on up and, no words. Just happening, whatever it is. Good. And then we'll release from that. I'm going to grab hold of the left foot with the left hand. So fully optional. You might just, work the steps. Otherwise, I push the foot into the hand. I can take it up, and lift the right arm. Let's see how we're doing. Whatever it is, it's all good. You're happening, you're doing it. Honor yourself, you honor your practice. And then we'll release. Okay, I'm going to come back to downward dog and just lift that right leg up, give it a little shake. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Yes. Whatever it is. Come down. Okay, I'm going to come to straighten the legs out in front, and I'm going to do that through a hop. You don't have to do that, but you lift the heels, bend your knees, and then you give a little hop. Ta-da! Just happens. Just like that, just magic. Let's take a moment or two here. We did a full forward folding class on Tuesday. What day is it? Today's Thursday. Tuesday, so be here if you need to sit on your blanket, your bolster, open your heart. Maybe the knees need to bend. It's all part of mechanics. Spread your toes. Okay, just walk your hands forward. Come to maybe like, let's go to like not your full forward fold. And once you're in that place where you're kind of halfway or maybe 3/4 of the way, lift the belly, lengthen yourself again, anchor the heels, spread the toes, and then release into, even if it's just like 1/2 inch more. And then consciously start to let the head drop. So you feel, the more the head goes, the more I can say hello to the backs of my legs. Okay, just notice for yourself if your feet are flopping out. And just do your best to see if you can bring the inner thigh area more into, what is the inner thigh? Let's say the inner back of your thigh more to the floor. So the feet become more perpendicular. Feel your breath. Let's if you can turn your palms up, do that. Melt yourself in. One more breath. Melt your face. And then keep your body where it is, just bring the hands back. And inhale, come up slowly. Head the last thing to come up. Might even keep your eyes closed for a moment. Okay. Well, we're going to move into legs up the wall. And if you don't have a wall, you can just put the block underneath your hips and lift your legs up. So I'm going to use the wall. And if you want to use your bolster for your hips, you can do that, and a little support for your head. All fine. Okay. So you can be far away from the wall, friends. If your legs are, they should be nice and warmed up. But if they're not happy being so close to the wall, that's fine. Just take yourself further away. More support under your head, or less support under your hips. Whatever works. So the hip support is nice, supports the back, and also turns it more into an inversion because you have your hips higher than your heart, maybe. Okay. And then we're just going to drop in here. Once you're here, just As if you're in Shavasana, melt yourself in. Soften through your third eye. Good. Okay. So what we're going to do here is just bring the feet into flexion as much as you can. So the heels are still pressed into the wall. You're just inviting your toes towards your nose. Let the baby edge of your feet be in line with the big toes as best as you can. Let's see if you can spread your toes. Okay, now I'm going to add one more thing. So the feet, integrity in the feet, number one. Integrity in the heels, anchored to the wall, number two. And then feeling will pull energy from the heels down through the backs of the legs into the sit bones. So let's work. Shoulders are relaxing, face relaxing. Let's say all that again. Your feet are flexed. Spread your toes. See if you can, baby toe in line with big toe. Heels anchored, and then pull the energy down. One more moment here. And then just release all that effort, be in the legs up the wall, nothing happening but whatever's happening. Take one more full breath in. Now we're going to point the feet. You might get a foot cramp. I'm just going to say that. That might happen. We'll just work it out. Okay, so here I have the toes pointed up to the sky. You're going to again try and get the baby toe, big toe in line with each other as best as you can. Maybe the toes can spread, but press the tops of your feet towards the wall. Soles of the feet towards the wall. Anchor the heels and then pull energy down from the heels to the sit bones. Breathe. I feel all of that. Heels anchored. Feet reaching up to the sky. One more moment. And then relax. Just be here. Relax. Good. Okay. So we might be at all different places here. I'm going to bring the feet into Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. And so they might be up high on the wall and might come down lower depending on where you're at. Take your hands to your inner thighs and just gently press the inner thighs away from you. Anchor the soles of the feet together. Maybe even open the toes. And then press your sit bones away from your feet. One more moment. And then release the Baddha Konasana, extend the legs back up, pause. Okay, so here we are, friends. We're going to move into Shavasana. So you can stay in legs up the wall if you are happy, you like that. You want to shift into lying down Shavasana, that's fine. If you're on the block, you might play a little bit or come off the block. So you decide, what do I need? Yes, some socks going on, all that good stuff. Maybe an eye pillow if you have one handy. As quick as you can, drop into this liminal space where you're awake and you're conscious and you feel the body relax. And this is the part where the monkey mind might be like, oh, it's my turn. Start talking to you. And that's very normal to kind of lose the concentration or lose the softness and get lost in the thoughts. Keep bringing yourself back to the breath, to this body, to the energy around you. Resting into your Shavasana. Notice your eyes. Can you invite them to rest more deeply? Feel them spread gently out towards the temples. Staying in your rest. It's beginning to elongate the breath. Feel ready to begin to move, and just take your time. If you're not ready, that's fine. Take your time. Just moving in a way that maybe feels really good and nourishing. Hug your knees into your chest for a few moments. If your legs up the wall, wiggle yourself just off your bolster and then roll to your side. Take your time again. Just come to your side when you're ready. Spend a few moments there. I honor my practice. I honor my journey. Coming up to seated. Let that be very soft and nourishing. You rest into this energy space you have created for yourself. You have done that. You have done that. And just feeling into the softness, the calm. And if it's not calm, feel into that too. That's okay. Things come up differently. So when you're ready, friends, you'll inhale. And on the exhale, joining the palms together at the heart. Bow with your chin. Inhale, lengthen yourself tall. Exhale here. And if you want to turn on gallery view, I'll just give you a moment to do that. You can see each other. Yes. Join together, separately yet together. May we be blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. We'll seal that with one Om. Inhale. Om. Notice the power of your Om has shifted. Take a full breath in. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath, your energy. And then inhale, lift your head, open your eyes, offer this home. Yes, and we'll offer it out and far out. The world needs your good energy. And then take that back. Mm-hmm. Yes, all of the good stuff. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you for being here, for playing yoga, for being here, capital B. So, all right, have a great day, guys. And we'll see you. Oh no, I won't see you till next Sunday. Next Sunday. Have a great Thanksgiving and a great week. All right, take care, guys. So much love from me and P.